History is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storm's Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling her.
This is the first time in a long they have let it. Send us some of your men.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station, following.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 10.
Several breaking stories right now at 10. 3 shootings, 2 of them outside stores, 3 separate scenes, each one ending in death. We begin tonight with a man murdered in a grocery store parking lot.
Waiting in the car while his girlfriend went into the store to shop. Good evening, I'm Christine Noel.
I'm Keith Garvin. Bill and Dominique are off tonight. This deadly shooting happened in the parking lot of the Fiesta on Wayside Drive on Houston's east side.
That is where Channel 2's Roseanne Aragon joining us live. And Rogue, you've been speaking with shoppers there.
That's right. Many tell me they are in just disbelief. This is the scene right here. You can see the crime scene unit is here. They're investigating what happened. It happened just in this parking lot behind me. Now police need your help. Here at a neighborhood grocery store, these flashing lights greeted customers.
I was shocked, I was shocked. Like I said, it's the first time this ever happened here.
The sound of gunfire rattled shoppers right around dinner time. Houston police say it all started with a call from a shopper who was just about to leave.
This female was inside shopping. When she came outside, she went to the car and found her boyfriend deceased or shot inside the car.
Multiple gunshots and now a shooter on the run. Mike DeLeon's wife says she saw him. She was parked just a couple spots away.
She heard some like 3 or 4 bangs. She thought somebody was breaking into a car, and then she seen some guy running that way.
As investigators search for witnesses and possible surveillance video for Jorge Hernandez, this is personal.
I live probably about 7-8 blocks from here. I went to school right around here. This is my stomping ground right here.
DeLeon says he's thankful his wife and son are okay.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. That's what I told her.
Still a heavy police presence here even hours later. Now police are looking for witnesses. They're asking anyone with information to give them or Crime Stoppers a call. Reporting live from Southeast Houston, Roseanne Aragon, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Roseanne, thank you. We're following more breaking news from Houston's south side. Right now, this is the southeast side. Actually, one person killed, another shot outside a convenience store near Hobby Airport. Channel 2's Bill Barajas is live off Nathaniel near Intervale with the newest information. Bill.
Well, it's been a busy night for HPD. We're just outside Sonny's food store and just behind the yellow caution tape. Police currently inside right now, but earlier inside that store, we saw them combing the scene looking for evidence and taking pictures. Here's what we know right now. Houston police say their officers got the call at about 7 tonight here in the 9200 block of Nathaniel. When they arrived, they found one man dead, another with a gunshot wound to the leg. That man has since been taken to the hospital, and that last check was in serious condition. Police say the victims were inside their car car in the parking lot here when a group of men walked up to them. There was some sort of fight, and that led to gunshots. I talked to one man who was inside the store at the time. He did not want to go on camera for fear of his safety, but did tell me he heard the gunshots and ran out of the store looking to hide and get away from those gunmen. At this time, it is unclear how many men were involved, but they remain on the run tonight. Live in Southeast Houston, Bill Barajas, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Bill, thank you. And yet another deadly shooting in Houston, this one in the city's south side. A man was found lying in the street after being shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. This scene unfolding on Yosemite Street near Yellowstone Boulevard. Police tell us the man was sitting in a truck when he was shot. The shooter on the run tonight.
Investigators with the Harris County Sheriff's Office are trying to determine how a 3-year-old boy suffered such severe injuries that he's in critical condition tonight. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez tweeting a short time ago that the boy's injuries appeared to be intentional. The 3-year-old was initially brought to Kindred Hospital in Northwest Harris County earlier this afternoon before being flown by helicopter to the medical center. Late tonight, we saw a white minivan in the Kindred Hospital parking lot with crime scene tape around it and a Harris County Sheriff's Office patrol car guarding it. We are working to learn how the child was injured. Houston police officers are searching for a man along the Buffalo Bayou tonight. He was seen fishing with friends along the embankment near Macario Garcia Drive around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Witnesses tell police that was when he walked into the middle of the bayou where he disappeared under the water.
New at 10 o'clock, investigators say that he's a contractor who collected deposits for home repair projects but never did the work. Tonight, deputy constables say they're searching for more of his victims. Channel 2's Jonathan Martinez is live in the Heights tonight and spoke with a homeowner who says that he was taken advantage of. Jonathan?
Yeah, Christina, the victim in this story tells us he just wanted to get some repairs done to his home, and he did what a lot of people do, turn to technology. In this case, he went to next door to find a contractor, and he did find one, but in the end, no work was done, and now this guy is out a lot of money.
He helped me put on the rope so that the structure would not collapse.
But more than that, Sebastien Vautier says the contractor he hired to do repairs at his home did absolutely nothing except get away with his $1,800.
And in the end, we realized that we were never going to see our money back. He was not going to do any work for us.
Turns out Vautier's family wasn't alone. Investigators with the Harris County Precinct 1 Constable's Office say 71-year-old William Harrington, who was arrested on Wednesday and charged with aggregate theft, is also believed to have targeted several others in the Greater Heights neighborhood and surrounding areas between July and December of 2019. Harrington is accused of taking upfront money to cover the cost of supplies to do the repair jobs and never actually doing them.
And he kept coming with some excuses, gas leak, major infection, blown tire, thing like this.
After months had gone by and getting nowhere with his repairs, Vautier finally got authorities involved who later made the arrest.
I'm just happy that he's no longer a threat to the neighborhood.
He says although only 4 victims have been identified so far, he's almost certain there are plenty more.
If you want to keep him off the streets, you need to bring more cases so that the DA understands that this is serious.
And if there are other victims out there, authorities want to hear from you. You're urged to contact the Harris County Precinct 1 Constable's Office. We are reporting live tonight from the Heights. I'm Jonathan Martinez, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Jonathan, thank you. Tomorrow, the Senate will vote on potentially allowing witnesses to testify in President Donald Trump's impeachment trial. Right now, the vote on whether to call witnesses appears to be split 50-50 across the Senate. New developments tonight in the coronavirus global emergency. The CDC and State Department have issued a do not travel to China warning tonight. This comes after China announced the virus has killed 213 people and infected more than 9,500. Earlier today, the CDC confirmed the first case of the deadly virus passed from person to person here in the U.S.
Texans defensive end J.J. Watt taking over late night here on Channel 2. He is in 30 Rock tonight with Jimmy Fallon.
Hey guys, J.J. Watt and Sean Evans are here for some hot ones. Plus, we have Louis Tomlinson and Super Bowl superlatives. The Tonight Show starts in just a few minutes.
Yeah, there we go. Then this weekend, don't miss J.J. Watt hosts Saturday Night Live. That is at 10:30 Saturday night, right here on KPRC Channel 2.
A school crossing guard nearly hit not once but several times. The search for the driver coming up.
Someone needs to sue him.
Plus, home warranty horror stories. Channel 2 investigates who's looking out for homeowners when the coverage they paid for isn't there.
And the clouds are hanging out pretty stubborn tonight as well. We're going to be watching for a few sprinkles on the north side, and then this is tomorrow morning's sprinkle activity down around the coast. Jackets for tomorrow as the cool weather sticks around, but don't you worry, as we get in towards your Super Bowl party plans, crack out the shorts. So I'll have that full forecast coming up.
Hey, we're partying out here in South Beach, and coming up in sports, we've got two NFL Hall of Famers talking about what the Texans need to work on if they want to make it to the big game.
And only in Texas, the police chase involving a cow on the run. Coming up on Channel 2 News at 10.
Tomorrow at 10.
New at 10, police in South Carolina are searching for the driver who taunted a school crossing guard with a vehicle. Surveillance cameras caught the incident on January 24th outside of a school in Charleston. The driver pulled up to the crosswalk and bumped the officer. The officer told the driver to stop and back up, but the driver just kept moving forward, bumping into her again. Well, they're supposed to give you peace of mind, but these days you hear more and more horror stories about home warranties.
Yeah, so tonight we dig a little deeper, talking with a homeowner, lawmaker, and one of the nation's top prosecutors about complaints not only in Texas but elsewhere over an industry many say should have better accountability. Here's Channel 2 investigator Mario Diaz.
Our homes now have technological soundtracks, with sounds rising to various levels. Timing is a key factor. Every time homeowners light up the oven, adjust a thermostat, or run a cycle, they expect everything to flow smoothly. That is, until something goes out.
It was July, so it was in the 90s.
Jenna Getz's air conditioner went out last summer. Things got even hotter when the repairman selected by her home warranty company showed up at the front door.
In order to replace your coil that's covered under your home warranty, we have to do all this extra work, adding up to $1,800.
Fed up, Getz hired her own repairman, who exposed unnecessary charges.
They said, you don't need any of this done.
The bottom line for Getz surrounding home warranties is simple.
Scam.
Home warranties are big business nationwide. Millions rely on them. The warranty companies pitch, they have your back when things break down.
The biggest concern I have about this is that people are purchasing this product with an expectation that it's going to be there when they need it. And that actually ends up not being the case.
Representative Tom Oliverson oversees insurance in Texas as vice chair of the House Insurance Committee at the Capitol.
It sounded like insurance, so we assumed that it was the Department of Insurance, but it turns out that it's not.
And that is the problem for thousands of homeowners. Exactly who is in charge of home warranties in Texas?
It's apparently the Real Estate Commission. So I guess that's a problem.
The Texas Real Estate Commission received more than 1,000 home warranty complaints from 2010 to 2019. They admit to being limited in disciplinary action they can take. Channel 2 Investigates made multiple interview requests with TREC leadership, but no one was available. Those we have spoken with tell us the battle to have a home warranty company address a specific problem can be quite challenging. A consumer's desert of sorts, where customers are left high and dry. However, there is one lawman out west who is taking up the fight for the little guy.
Someone needs to sue him.
Mark Baranovich is Arizona's Attorney General. Last October, he filed a lawsuit against Choice Home Warranty. The New Jersey-based company has warranty in its name, benefits of a home warranty detailed on its website. Yet Choice Home Warranty admits it doesn't actually sell home warranties, but rather service contracts. Do you view these 33 pages as a lawsuit or as an indictment on the industry?
To me, that's about sending a message to other companies like this, that if you're going to scam people, if you're going to rip them off, or if you are making misrepresentations, you will be held accountable.
Is this a blueprint for other attorney generals nationwide?
I would not be surprised if you don't see other AGs taking action.
Sending a legal chill through the industry, something Jenna Getz is in favor of. She feels home warranty companies need stricter oversight to protect others.
I know that I'm not the only one. I know that this is happening every day to all types of people, and I feel bad for the people that are getting taken advantage of.
The Texas Real Estate Commission is not the only one receiving complaints. The Attorney General's office in Austin confirms to Channel 2 Investigates they have logged more than 500 complaints since 2010. Christine and Keith, click2houston.com. You can find more information, especially tips on this, by just going right now to click2houston.com, and you can find out more about certain companies that are out there.
Yeah, and I'm curious, in other states, do the Department of Insurance oversee home warranties?
They do. And in fact, Representative Oliverson said that was one of the concerns that he had with what he heard here on the phone in Texas, that one sales operator on a call that he heard actually claimed it was insurance, which is why he has problems with it and wants to examine it further.
Okay. More information on click2houston.com. Mario, thank you.
Thanks, Mario. All right, now here's Investigator Bill Spencer with the story you'll see all new tomorrow night at 10.
It was supposed to be the best Christmas present 12-year-old Sarah Harris ever got. But within hours, that dog was very sick. And just 3 days later, Sarah's new puppy was dead. Her parents blamed the dog's seller, who charged them more than $2,000.
Stop hurting people. Stop stealing their money.
Channel 2 Investigates looks at the complaints from families who say this woman took their money and broke their hearts by selling very sick dogs. Tomorrow night at 10.
And if you have a story for Channel 2 Investigates, call the tip line 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@kprc.com.
All right, turning to our forecast now. How's it shaping up out there tonight, Justin?
Well, it's still cloudy out there tonight. There's been a few sprinkles around, but that's about it. We're still watching that system try to get its act together in northern Mexico, but still, it's going to mainly be offshore, so it's not much of an issue.
Okay.
You know what's interesting is this right about this time of year, everyone's like, oh, it's a dead zone, right? There's nothing happening. It's like, as soon as the Super Bowl's over, everyone's like, oh, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Not around here. It's Mardi Gras time.
Oh, here we go.
That's right. Get ready to crank it up as well. So down in Galveston, they're getting ready on the island as well. Got the house all lit up, beautiful looking as well. So probably some king cakes going on there. So anyway, if you've got events that you're doing, especially towards this weekend for your Super Bowl parties, click to pin those to me for Sunday night. I'd love to show them on the air here at 10 o'clock. 64 is where we should be this time of year. Obviously, it was cool today. If you didn't have a jacket on outside, that's on you, because it was a chilly one. Mid-50s, even down on the island as well. They only got up to 58 degrees. Right now, we haven't cooled that much. We do have some 40s out there. LaGrange up towards College Station, 50 up into Conroe, where they actually did see a few sprinkles move on through there in Huntsville as well. Mid-50s as you get down to Paland, and still upper 50s down around the coast. Not much in the way of any kind of wind out there, light winds out of the north. They'll continue to keep things cool through much of the night. There are some of those just light sprinkles now working their way over towards Lufkin. That's about it. May see one or two out to the west. But this is where we're going to be watching. There's an area of low pressure digging south, and you see this kind of spigot of all this white stuff. Well, that's Pacific moisture that's moving across the country of Mexico. And so we're going to see this little low start to develop right in towards South Texas, northern Mexico, and that's going to swing offshore. Now, this formed a little further off to the west. That would swing through, and that gives us a lot of rain chances for tomorrow. This one really isn't. In fact, if you've been watching us the last couple of days, we've been taking those rain chances further and further down, and we're likely just going to keep it down around the coast. It is going to stay very cloudy, though. We got a lot of humidity out there. We got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and that's why the clouds are going to hang tight pretty much most of the night. Starting tomorrow, that is, we should sit anywhere from between about 45 to about 48 degrees, so 50s down at the coast. Quick sprinkle or two, and that's it. By the time we get into the afternoon, should be able to break up some of that cloud cover. We're not going to warm much. We'll only get up to about 58 to 60, but that's the start of what is going to be a couple of really nice weekend days. So once this lows out of here, high pressure takes over, sunshine takes over, and that means by Saturday and especially for Sunday, oh, what's happening? Yes, that important kick of the football game. It's going to be beautiful. Your parties will be fine. Shorts, T-shirts, and certainly could be looking at a potential for low and even mid-70s in spots. We're going to keep it warm going into Monday. Notice a few more rain chances come in, and then it's still winter time, and so that means this next cold front is going to crash some cold air in with it as well, bring mainly showers for us. But notice that the computers want to try to change some of that over to maybe a little wintry precipitation up into North Texas. Now, you may see some things on social media where they say, oh, is that going to make it down here? It may be too dry by the time it does, but we'll certainly keep a watch on it. So nothing to fret about this just yet. We'll see if that solution, I should say, continues as we get in towards the weekend. So starting tomorrow, we'll start at about 48, should get up into about 59, 60, 61, 62. Good looking weekend forecast, just gets better than that. In fact, perfect on Saturday, sunny skies, 66, 72 for Super Bowl Sunday and Groundhog Day, and then things cool off just a bit as we start to get that next system sliding in here, and that'll only be a day or two before we'll see those upper 60s to about 70 degrees once again. So, you know, if you wanted to kind of think about, well, maybe I want to do my Super Bowl party outdoors, you got double thumbs up from me.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's one way to go into the weekend.
That's right.
All right, Randy joining us now. Hot off a party.
Yeah, that's right. Some of you at home may be wondering where Bill, Dominique, and Frank are after seeing them at 6 o'clock. Well, as you know, all week we're celebrating the career of anchor Bill Baeza. There, look at that picture right there.
I know.
Stoic.
Still like handsome devil.
Serious stuff. Bill's retirement begins in just over 24 hours from right now. Earlier tonight, the rest of the team and I celebrated with Bill and his family and many others at a dinner at the Palm on Westheimer. As a way to honor Bill, the restaurant unveiled a Bill Baeza caricature on one of its walls. There it is. That's really cool. It put a big smile on his face there. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner also made an appearance, surprising Bill with a proclamation declaring tomorrow Bill Baeza Day right here in the city of Houston. How about that?
Well deserved.
A great night to honor him.
Yeah, he was a little nervous he was going to get roasted. And I'm like, it's going to be a great night.
I thought he was going to be in tears a couple of times. Way to honor the legend.
Storybook career.
Absolutely. Let's talk some sports now. A big day for the Astros there in Minute Maid Park. New manager Dusty Baker on board, talking about a fresh start for him and the Astros. They get ready for spring training. We'll hear from Baker straight ahead. Plus, Ari's live in Miami once again, where 2 NFL analysts are actually calling out the Texans. What they're saying next.
Newfound.
All right, welcome into the Xfinity Sports Desk tonight. Here's what's happening. Big news downtown at Minute Maid. Astros now have their new manager on board. Dusty Baker officially introduced today. Baker flew in from Sacramento early this morning, met with the media at a press conference alongside his new boss. There he is, Astros owner Jim Crane. Baker, who is 70 years old, told us he thought his career was over after leaving the Nationals after the 2017 season, but now it's a new start for him and this baseball team.
You know, I wasn't here, you know, when a lot of this happened, but I followed it. And I felt very, very badly for, you know, the city and the organization and, you know, whatever players were involved. But, you know, this is a new beginning. It's a new beginning for us, a new beginning for me.
The only way you fix this deal is that we win. If we lose, then we're just an also-run team. So we have to win, and he can bring us.
All right, spring training, by the way, opens in 13 days. Big news with the Astros today. Meanwhile, we're getting close to the Super Bowl 54. We're 3 days out. Chiefs and Niners trying to balance game preps and, of course, all those parties on South Beach. Speaking of which, that's where Ari Alexander is live tonight. Hey, Ari.
Let's go, Niners. Come on. Hey, Randy. We got some Miami Nights here in South Beach, and 2 is the number for tonight. Texans at least 2 steps away from the Super Bowl every year of the team's existence. And we talked to 2 NFL Hall of Famers about the Texans. Deion Sanders, Primetime, and Kurt Warner talked about what the Texans can do better, but it's not on Deshaun, it's not on DeAndre, and it's not on J.J. Watt, according to Primetime.
Players that could make a play, so you don't have to depend on those aforementioned. Players that can really make a play consistently. They need consistency. They're a young team, but they need consistency.
One game, you're like, oh my gosh, these guys are going to be next Super Bowl winners. And then the next game, you're like, what the heck just happened? Where did their offense go? You should never see those kind of swings with an offense.
And tomorrow, likely talking to Deshaun Watson, and we'll be talking about Deshaun Watson. I got a chance to speak with a lot of these NFL Network guys like Kurt Warner, ex-quarterbacks, about what Deshaun Watson can do to go from one of the best quarterbacks in the league to the best quarterback in the league, something that we see with Patrick Mahomes here at the Super Bowl. Reporting live from Miami, Ari Alexander, KPRC, Channel 2 Sports.
All right, thanks. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey, last stop on the reel tonight, guys. World's favorite hippo has made her Super Bowl pick. Cincinnati Zoo. This is Fiona, a hippopotamus, trying to decide who's going to win, picking the Chiefs, and then that's how the Fiona celebrates. Little, maybe ate too much for dinner, possibly. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but Fiona making it clear that the Chiefs will win Super Bowl 54. I had to slow mode for you a couple times.
Is it clear, though?
Makes you want to eat a little snack tonight, doesn't it?
It's a term of endearment, Christine.
Is that what it is?
She's sick over her decision.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
We'll be right back.
All right.
Comfortably.
Just before Fallon, a cow on the run led Fort Worth police on a short chase through a neighborhood this afternoon. Take a look. The chase kicked off after the officers found the animal hightailing it on get this, Rodeo Street.
Yep.
It took officers a couple of swift moves to trap the cow, but eventually they cornered it in some bushes and were able to lasso the wild beast that is now back in captivity.
He was like, it's the weekend. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Reminds me of that commercial a number of years back. You know, where's the beef? It's outside.
I was going to say.
He's like, not today.
Running down the street.
Just going to say, that's a whopper on the run right there.
That is. We need to get Fiona the hippo to kind of get involved.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even going to touch that one. I'll let Fiona do the forecast.
Yeah, the result may not be good.
As well. No, I'll keep the sound effects to myself.
There we go, yes.
Again, Bill's last day tomorrow. Final day for him here at KPRC Channel 2. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be awesome all day. We'll have stuff on social as well. And, of course, great looking weekend, guys. 60s and 70s.
All right.
And Super Bowl.
Yeah, we got
and
the Super
Groundhog
Bowl.
Day.
We got Groundhog Day.
It's a big weekend.
Weather Person's Day next Wednesday. Hint.
Hint. We're seeing
They don't have a sports or
I
news
sit right
person.
over there. My cubby's right over there.
You'll take gifts.
We see you.
Same.
And we see you. Thanks so much for joining us. The Tonight Show is coming up next.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
Your glass